Creepy Cheapies will begin now. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Creepy Cheapies. All you monster lovers, mask collectors, horror movie fanatics, Oakland Raiders, Tuscan Raiders, generators, oscillators, terminators, alligators, everybody come on in and let's talk about another interesting Halloween mask here on Creepy Cheapies with Dr. Lady. I'm Ernest Hemingway, and today's mask just barely qualifies because I'm not 100% happy with it, but, well, let's get into that a little bit. Who is it? It's none other than Pennywise, the evil clown from the 2017 remake of It, Stephen King's It. Now, this particular Pennywise was released in 2017 from the folks at Rubie's. Now, that means, since it's a Rubie's product, that means you should expect it to be crushed out of shape when you get it, because they tend to not stuff their masks. So if it looks like, it's spent a month lying on the freeway during rush hour traffic, well, that's just what you get sometimes with Rubie's. But it doesn't mean it's a bad mask, just means you'll need to overstuff it, maybe even use a blow dryer to heat it up a little, get the rubber to stretch back out into shape. So prepare for that. But here's what I like about the deluxe edition. There's also a cheap one with molded hair, but we're talking about the deluxe version here that has the real hair. Here's what I like about it. It's a great sculpture. I think it really looks like the actor. What was that guy's name? Scotchgard? Yeah, I think that was him. It really looks like him in the makeup. It's a fantastic sculpture. It's got this great cracky texture going on the head that I like a lot. And the paint is actually pretty darn good. The paint is not bad for a mass-produced mask. The color of red, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a real dark blood kind of red. It looks really, really good. It looks very movie accurate. The eyes are cut out. I've just got a piece of black felt stuck in there. I hope that's not stretching him out of shape too much. But the eyes are just cut out, and then your eyes are just eye holes, like in a traditional old-fashioned sort of mask. But great sculpture. Pretty nice paint job, and I love the hair that they used on him because it looks just like the hair on the guy in the movie. It's a nice kind of strawberry blonde, kind of light red color, really cool. And if you wear this and chase people around, the hair flops around, which is always a bonus, so that's cool. But there is a drawback here. Even though they started with a great sculpture and a decent paint job and fantastic choice of hair, some of these have the hair put on kind of hastily, we might say, and it diminishes the resemblance to Pennywise the evil clown from the movie. And what I mean by that is they tend to stick it down too far forward on the head, and they don't style it because they can't, because it's going to go in a bag and it's going to get smushed up, and when you get it, it's going to be, it's going to have bag hair like every mask has. So you might want to work with the hair a bit when you get one. But these sell for around 65 bucks, which is okay. Not a fantastic bargain, but it is a really well constructed and well designed product. It's really well wrought. The hair is very well put on, and it's put on intelligently. It's placed intelligently. The problem is just with the front, just with the hairline. It really should be back farther, because in the movie he has a great big oversized cranium like an old Star Trek alien might have. And they diminish that, and it's there in the sculpture, but by pulling the hair too far forward, they diminish that. And we wanted to see if anything could be done about that. So here I have an identical one, with the only difference being, and I can't take credit for this, Laura did this. Laura carefully pulled the wig up all the way along the hairline, pulled it back on the head so that you see more forehead. And other than that, these are the same, obviously. Okay, she pulled the hair back farther, and if you're going to do that, you want to be very careful to try not to damage the paint. It didn't in this case. It didn't pull the paint off, but if you should have a problem with that, you can touch it up with a little, a little white paint, right? But the other thing Laura did, besides gluing it back farther, which I think gives him a lot more resemblance to the real character, the other thing she did was to style it with a lot of Krylon sprayed on there, Krylon Crystal Clear sprayed on there like hairspray. And what that does is keeps it standing in its proper shape. You lose that floppiness that I like. However, you gain more movie authenticity and cinematic accuracy by having it sprayed into this position where it sticks out on each side, and then this big clump on top sticks up. Whereas when you get it, the wig won't be styled. So the hair is just sort of floppy and all over the place. But if you want it to look more like the parts of the movie, and admittedly there are parts of the movie where his hair does just look like a mess. It doesn't always look like this, but this is my favorite look for him, is the parts of the movie where he has these three big Bozo the Clown style wads of hair. He has the hair wad on each side, and then the hair wad, the central hair wad on top, you see. I like that look the best for him, even though, again, I know he's not like that in every single shot in the film, but the hair, yeah, iffy, but still, 60, 65 bucks, yeah, I think go for it. Good to put on a mannequin figure with a clown suit, or good to wear. It's going to be easy to wear because it doesn't have a neck or anything, so if you put a clown collar on there and put it on, it's going to look fine, and you can get it on and off reasonably easily because it's not one of those masks that has the big bib that you tuck in, which is okay, I think, in this case. Usually I like the bib on there, but in his case, yeah, it's fine. You're going to have a big clown collar on there, and everything's white and so forth, and the hair hides it a little bit, but anyway, I recommend the Rubie's 2017 It Pennywise mask. I just think you may want to work on the hair a little, and you can make it look a whole lot better, I think. And meanwhile, I'm going to go write my own rip-off of It. Yeah, only I'm going to call my evil clown Pound Foolish.